that's the part when I'm always kind of scared
Hmm.
because I do the introduction. So at the end of you were telling me that I finished the introduction by talking about my uh behavior
Personal
skills,
behavior skill, personal skills, and then
personal
that's
skills.
pretty much it.
Okay, and then if they ask me, they're going. I'll go to
Exactly.
the project.
Now your
All
Basel
right, I
script,
see.
your Basel script is good. CCAR script is good. Only thing I would add is couple of points. Just for the
Okay,
sake of interview, for example, mainly worked on the data governance and quality. Okay,
okay.
based on the BCBS 239 guidelines that we had to streamline our data in a better format and
Hmm.
proper manner. So I was involved mainly in terms of working closely with the teams working on data. I've done a lot of data analysis, figured out what data is needed for the reporting purposes, created mapping and all that. Everything else you said was nice, so stick with it. The second project I would like you to tell me tomorrow, sorry, the Monday. I want you to work on it. This is the one you're talking about.
Okay.
The project was to create new application that can facilitate business users, analysts, fixed income equity representative.
Yes, that's the one because that's the part that it talks about like the data part of it, like
Yeah,
ETL processes and all that. But
they
I'm still like
that you can
trying.
simply talk about it if they want to know about it. Otherwise, stick with three things. Number one, what is this application? So this is application used by portfolio managers, financial analysts, fixed income and equity traders, so that they can get the information, centralized information for the platform, from the platform in terms of making quick actions or making decisions on buying, selling, or short selling. So
Yeah.
it's like a centralized platform where all the trading data, customer data, transactional data has been brought in, and the users can basically
Okay.
view the data, make decisions on it. They can do reporting. Also, there's a risk analytics engine which tell them what kind of risk they carry with their portfolio, risk, concentration risk as well. So a few points here and there, and then talk about. So as a BA, first of all, I had to, because it was a new application, so we had to first of all understand every single functionality, what they want, who are the users, how to interact with these users, and then of course you will be talking about writing user stories on each functionality, creating mock-ups and screen designs, process flow, user,
Yeah.
all those. And then talking about the backend data part, I was working, because it was a ETL project, a lot of data was coming in from multiple systems, so we had to process it through ETL.
Hmm.
And that is where I perform some of my responsibilities of analyzing the data. First of all, before analyzing, I had to gather the information, what data would be coming into this system. So it was the trade data coming from trading systems, coming from clearing houses, coming from
Yeah. And
general
then
database.
yeah.
Then we had the market data, then we had the pricing data, then we had the customer data, we had the transactional data. So all that was coming from internal or external systems. So certain
Okay.
data was processed through ETL, certain data were processed through or mapped through API calls. And on the other hand, I was also performing, once the system was designed, I was performing testing on it, using it and making sure every single functionality. So again, guys, if anyone is having project related to capital market, this is best document. Tabis, you know I've shown it 1,000 times, so please go and read Charles River Management System, and there's a portfolio management and wealth management component, and then there's a risk analytics component, and it tells you what it does, how users can use it. So once you read it, I would like you to read it today and make some point out of it and add it into your script. Your BA part is good, so what I'm hoping is that on Monday you can do a complete mock with me. Two projects, introduction, whole BA, behavioral question, summary part, asking question, all those, so that I can tell Milan to start your mocks as well. With continuously, when I'm doing it, he can also do it. So what
Okay.
I want you to do is go into this. Uh, I have a very bad habit of going into things again and again and again and again, even though I've shown you guys.
No,
But
it's okay.
yeah, here you go. So portfolio management and risk analytics, cross asset trading, middle office, all this is the whole flow of the system. Then going down, end-to-end investment lifecycle support, software as a service, one platform for multiple business line, anytime, anywhere access. These are the functionalities. Market segments, wealth management, what it offers in wealth management. Okay. Then portfolio management, what it offers in portfolio management. Then risk management and scenario analysis. So if you can read performance measure and attribution report. So it also tells you the performance of your portfolio, attribution, benchmarking, comparing it with other portfolios, comparing it with outside portfolios. And then, so if you can, trading and execution can also be done using this. So whatever you can read and figure out that, okay, that can become part of my project, I would like you to use it this 3 days. I would like you to go through this, maybe spend 30 minutes or 1 hour on daily basis, take out notes, and then tell me, Imran, this is my solution, these are the users, this is how we designed it. Now, because it is going to be a new system that you're designing, so you can talk about any functionality which are available already in Charles River. And then of course we can also talk about the major part, that is going to be creating screens, how each screen would look like, all tabs would look like. So they're doing mock-ups on it, creating use cases on it, creating process flow diagrams, how the system would work, interaction part, that core BA stuff, because it's a product development as well. So core BA part, you can talk about it as well. So I would like you to go through this, get it done, and then Monday I would like you to give me a full mock with minimum 2 projects, 1 introduction, then behavioral question, BA question. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right. So, all right. Who else want to go? Aditayo, you want to do it today, or you want to take till Monday to review all those things which I've highlighted?
I would like to go.
Sure, Suman. Those things which I've highlighted.
I cannot hear anyone.
Nobody's talking. Can you hear me?
I'm here.
Can you hear me, guys? I think there's some connection issue. There's some connection issue. Guys, can you hear me
I
now?
can't hear you, Imran.
Can you hear me now? I think the connection was bad. Now I think you should be able to.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. So, good morning, Suman.
Yes, yes, yes.
My name is Donald
Good
Trump.
morning, Imran.
No. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, my name is Donald. How are you doing today?
Hi, Donald. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much. Suman, we shared a JD with you. Are you comfortable with that JD?
Yeah, Donald, I went through the JD and I can see that you're looking for a person who has experience with traders and portfolio managers, who has worked on online trading platform and also having a good understanding of trading life cycle and STLC. And I also should be like required. He should also be able to work with development teams and QA teams.
Very nice.
And he should also have some knowledge of SQL and data analysis. So yeah, I went through the job description. I would like you to walk me through my journey and give you a brief introduction about me, so
Sure,
that you will
please.
be having a fair idea if I'm a better fit for the position.
Sure, please go ahead, Suman. Tell me about yourself.
So first thing, I would like to take notes of our meeting if it's fine with you.
Yeah, sure.
That would help me to just go through it. Okay, thank you. So now to start with my introduction, I will start with my education. I did my MBA in finance in 2009. After that, where I learned a lot about financial markets and banking.
No MBA, forget about it, as I told you.
Okay, so
Only for V4s. When you go into market, you can talk about it.
okay. So here I would like to talk about I'm sorry, just giving 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
So Donald, yeah, I would like to talk about my experience as a BA in IT domain. So it's been all past 9 years. I am working as a BA in IT, and mainly the projects I worked as a BA are mostly in financial domain only, which includes development and enhancement of trading platform to support various trading functions, compliance, risk management, and reporting of trading activity in capital market, and automation and enhancement of existing reporting methods for regulatory authorities like CCAR, and also for like some customized report for management purpose and to stop revenue leakages. So while working on this project, Stoner, I gained an in-depth understanding how technology and different software lifecycle we use to develop these projects. So the methodology I have worked in my experience includes waterfall and agile, but most of the projects were on agile methodology. So while working on this project, the document that I was working on, these includes like business BRDs, FRDs, and user stories with acceptance criteria. And to support all this requirement, I prepared UML diagrams like flow charts, activity diagrams, sequence diagrams to explain all these requirements to my IT team. Now, talking about my technical skill, I have excellence in data analytics. I have worked on many projects where I supported the Etl process by creating mapping documents using SQL for data analysis. I also use tools like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and MS Visio and Lucy charts to create different kind of diagrams. And I have always supported testing team in terms of building test cases and performing tests. I also facilitated UAT at the end of the sprint. And I was also responsible for managing requirement traceability metrics, change management system, and defect management for my project. Personally, I would like to say that I'm a person who likes to enhance my knowledge continuously, along with adding values to my organization and also inculcating a culture of achievement within my team. I enjoy taking new challenges and try to find a solution to the problems. And I'm a person that my team and my seniors can always count on in any situation. That's what I would like to.
Very nice. Give me 1 second. Are you currently working with SCA Investment, or you're done with them?
I'm done with them, and I'm looking for a new opportunity right now.
What was the location in SCA, or were you working?
Can we talk?
Okay, give me 1 second.
Sorry?
1 second. 1 second. All right. So I would like to know your project with Pnc Bank Pittsburgh.
So with Pnc, so the project that I was doing with Pnc, this project was mainly we were working on Pnc. Just 1 minute. The project involved the implementation of like centralized KYC platform for multiple business lines. So what was already happening, like people like front office bank employees, sales relation manager, risk personnel, all these people were having different KYC platform for their customers. So bank aimed at like we should have a centralized KYC platform for all these multiple lines of business, where all business users can review the credit scores based on US KYC and AML regulatory. So we were working on creating a different data mart where we can like gather all these details about the customer at a place, and we can just analyze there and calculate their credit score, and it should be available for all the businesses rather than doing it separately. They can do it like integrated at one place only. So as a BA, my role there was I was supposed to interact with all the compliance officers, subject matter experts, and all these people from this business line to understand how they are doing it existingly and what how can we combine all the requirements from all these departments. So while doing that, there were some common questions, there were some different questions from everybody, what they were asking from their clients. So we pulled all these questions in one day, like questionnaire.
Someone you got here,
And
I have some questions that I would like to ask, which will help you prepare more on this project. So because you worked on this compliance project, KYC project, so would like to know your understanding on different types of compliances related to it. For example, what is your understanding of Bank Secrecy Act?
so as per Bank Secrecy Act, they want to, I read about it, I just forgot.
कोई बात नहीं, it's okay.
As per Bank Secrecy Act, bank wants to analyze the credit risk associated with the customer who are coming to associate with them.
Okay.
And to this, they perform different level of analysis. The main analysis based on the criteria, like from the location of the customer. Just give me 1 second. I read about it. I'm just location of the customer, the line of business they are working in, their income, source of income,
and beneficial ownership, maybe.
Yeah, beneficial ownership.
Okay,
I read about it. I just
that's fine. I just, because these kind of question might come in, so be ready.
Tell me the questions. I'll prepare
so
it.
what is your understanding of Patriotic Act? What is Patriotic Act, and what financial institutes have to do in terms of implementing that in their systems? US Patriotic Act.
I read about it and I'm just not
कोई
able
बात
to
नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, कोई, that's totally fine. That's totally fine.
I'll write it down.
Okay. All right. Walk me through what are different types of reports filed under AML compliance, or you can just name 2.
AML compliance
reports.
I'm not able to.
CTR filing, currency transaction reporting,
CTR, SR,
SAR filings, yes.
Yeah,
SAR
CTR.
filing.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you walk me through the overall process of KYC from start to end? What are the steps for KYC?
So whenever a customer come on board with like a bank, so on the first level, bank should have a customer identification program where they try to identify the customer when they are opening the new account for the person. So as per CIP, if they feel that customer is fine, so there's only a basic level of diligence they perform. But if they see that there is on basis on the CPI analysis, if they see that it's a medium level risk customer, so they go with CDD, customer due diligence. So they
will always go with CDD. So don't use this word. Then they will always do CDD. That is given. Okay.
But if they see that this customer could be high risk level customer, then they perform enhanced due diligence.
But before that, CDD is must. CDD mean capturing your basic information, which is must. Okay.
Okay.
Go further. What happened after CDD and EDD?
So if they find that after EDD that this customer is, then they create alert they put this person through more rigorous checks, and they monitoring, and they they create alerts for this particular customer to just monitor his transactions and his activity, whatever he's doing in his account.
Good.
And they perform it, they review it every year.
Okay, so basically KYC system or KYC process involves the onboarding and approval of the customer, and within these steps there's customer identification, then CDD, then EDD, and then risk rating. Then the customer is onboarded if he or she is approved. This is some good, there are some very good pictures available here. You can simply go and watch. You can also go in CDD guide, which gives you the complete flow. You already have those guides with you.
Once I've been through, but today we will talk about CCAR. So
it's tricky now, man. Come on, I'm not going to make your life easy. I'm here to make it tough now.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll read it. I read it.
Okay, good.
I
All
know
right.
you have given many
So,
documents there.
sure. So, my question from you is that we have a very huge team in terms of the stakeholders, as it's a trading system, trading application. Um, so, engaging with stakeholder is quite a challenge here. Not saying that, I understand that you've been working, but still, giving you a heads up that it is going to be challenging. So I would like to know what kind of um, processes that you do, or what kind of techniques that you adopt to handle such uh, major stakeholder groups or different teams or very complex teams. Have you ever faced such situation where you had many groups working closely on one project?
Mm, So just one question to one thing, just to understand your question. What kind of like different difficult stakeholders? So in
Not
one
difficult,
what
not
sense you're
difficult,
talking
not
about here?
difficult,
Like are they
not the difficult. Question
from
is
people from
the
multiple?
multiple departments, divisions that you have to interact with, and it's always going to be challenging. So would giving you a heads up, and I would also like to know if you have ever faced such situation where you had to deal with a lot of teams, and how
Okay.
did you handle it?
So yeah. So now whenever there are multiple teams, so yeah, there is always a process that I would like to follow. So when there are multiple teams, all these teams have their contribution in the project on different stages. So I always like to go with it in terms of workflow. So suppose I'm working in a particular department, so there should be a workflow, and as per workflow, these teams come in picture one by one. So I like to go as per workflow only. So first, if suppose I'm doing on a KYC thing, so front officer is the first person who interact with the customer. So when I go through the workflow, it gives me a sense that who is the first team I need to talk to them, who are the first people who are going to work on this thing. So that gives me a baseline understanding. Then I go on the other level, another level. So when I sync these people with the workflow in the organization, that give me a better understanding where should I go first and from where I'll go start working with the basic requirements, and at what level which person can give me more clarity about this thing. So when I go with this kind of point of view, it makes me easy to schedule meeting with these people and to make sure to whom I am going to talk first and who should be on the upper level. So also knowing about the hierarchy of the company and the structure of the company, all these things helps me
You
to
can answer
conduct.
it in a shorter manner as well. The answer is right, but uh, when you keep on repeating again and again, it's not going to sit well. You are a professional, you're a BA, so that is the reason we should make it more and more compact. Simple answer would be yes, Donald. As I was just explaining you my project with the KYC, Citibank KYC, centralized KYC system, we had to build this system for 5 different business units, ranging from wealth management department, corporate banking, retail bank, loan, leasing department, and all that. So I was interacting with all these, and the one thing which I always do is that I create a stakeholder engagement matrix where I put down the roles, responsibilities, and timelines for each person to reach out, information that I need, and also upload my questions there in that matrix as well, the right question, relevant questions to ask. Again, my role as a BA has always been working with different groups, not only just the stakeholder, but also working with the data teams as well as with the IT team, QAs, and developers. So I'm kind of used to it. For me, it's not like a challenge. For me, it's like the part of the gig, part of the overall environment. So I'm very comfortable dealing with them. And then I can give you examples of another project. We were working with a trading platform, and I was dealing with different trading teams, front, middle, and back office. And within those offices, further, there were many teams. So again, you can make it a little bit more shorter. And then flow wali baat nahi karni. Don't say flow, because when you're working in an agile environment, you don't really get first thing first. You have to gather as much as possible in the initial stage and put it down in the product backlog. So all the requirements are in front of you in the product backlog. Okay. But yes, again, once the product backlog is ready, then based on priorities, we need to know what we are delivering. And then based on those priorities, we can interact with the right people. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Again, as I said, your answer is right, but we need to make it look more professional, which will come with more and more revision. All right. In terms of data, what is your understanding of the ETL process? If you can walk me through what happens in ETL, why we do ETL.
So yeah, right. So I did this ETL. I performed one of my project on the ETL process where we were creating a different data mart for consumer credit risk. So when we perform the ETL, it means we are trying to migrate data from one place to some another target place, like from source to some other target place. So what we do basically, first we need to identify the attributes. What attributes we need for this particular purpose, the objective, whatever the objective, the goal. As per that, we need to identify the attributes, which data attributes we need to migrate from one system to other. Then we need to locate these components. Where are they in the existing system? So that's my work that I performed as a BA. I identified these data attributes and I located them and I created the mapping document to support which my ETL team, which supported my ETL team to migrate this data to a different data mart. So when the ETL team perform this process of
Okay, got it. Now talk about the tools that your team was using to extract data. Do you remember any tools, ETL tools being used?
So ETL tool, yeah, my team was using Cognos at that time. But there's one more tool, Informatica, we can use. But my team was working on Cognos, and I was working to extract this data. I was working on SQL Developer.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, Ronald. I would like to know the structure of the team. Like, is it like all team at one place, or is it like on-site, off-site team?
Okay, so basically it's going to be onshore, offshore model. Our development team is going to work from India. Half of the development team is still here. Some of the QAs and data architects are going to work from the Indian side.
Okay. So.
Okay. Compliment back. Compliment back.
Yeah. Okay, Ronald. Yeah, I think that's nice. I've already worked in one of my projects where we're having offshore and onshore teams, and
where
I think that's a nice.
Name it. Okay. While working in Bank of America, while working in here, while working there. So name it, relate it back. Okay.
So in my city group project, we were working with the same kind of team structure. So that's nice.
That's good. All right. So
I think I would like to know, is there anything like what's the process like? What's the next step in your hiring process if we go through that?
So we are currently hiring the whole team. It's going to be a new team. This is your first round. You've already, I think, given one technical round, but this is your first round with me. And then tomorrow, probably we'll give you feedback. Based on that, we'll let you know the next steps.
Sure. Thank you, Ronald.
You're welcome. All right. So I don't know if I messed up, but still, you should keep these certifications on top of your resume.
And I think, Imran, at the last, we need to summarize our discussion.
Exactly. So, someone.
How to summarize it?
Yeah, when I say when you have, I say, do you have any more question? You say, no, I don't have any more question, but I would like to summarize our discussion. So you can simply summarize it.
I did this yesterday, but I was not sure with Milan. Yeah, he
No,
was
yeah,
quite impressed with that. Yeah, but I was not good at the summarization part.
that's fine. That's fine. It will come with practice. All right,
Imran, one thing.
very good, Suman. You should
Who
be.
validate? Imran, one question. Who validates the RTM once the project is over?
So basically, the team lead is the one who
Yes.
will validate it. Also, you can say that if you are working as a senior BA, you can sit with them. The whole team can actually sit and go through it. That's not a valid question anyway, who validates the RTM if the project is done. But anyway, it's the responsibility and ownership of a team leader that who gets this RTM and then he keeps on track of it. And at the end of the project, he's the one who's going to validate it. But your team can be part of it. You can do a meeting and you can validate the RTM. Who
Yeah, I
asked?
think RTM is more related with the QA part, I think, Imran, because I did this RTM validation
Very nice. So
with my
QS
team.
QS can. So here's the right answer. Shatija is saying. So QS can do it.
Or a QA
So
team lead, yeah.
QA team lead.
one more thing. In waterfall we make FRD, right? But in agile we don't make FRD.
We don't make
So
FRD.
how we come to like what we do after gathering requirement if we want to tell them like how
So
we
you
can
have
break this requirement.
so we have a product backlog with the epics. Epics are broken down into user stories, and then you have to work on user story specification document to gather more information on that one liner. Your product backlog will have only one liner user story, and then you have to
Like
document it
epics.
into description part and then put it.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. I was also trying to work on this PDT thing, PDD. But there are many things I couldn't understand.
For
I
example.
have meant it's there for you if you can open it. So like I don't know what should be the functional requirement in case of this DST project.
So what
I
this
tried to put
software is all
whatever I
about?
could think of.
What this software is all about? Let's see
It
what.
was to like we were implementing all these compliance and different rules. So
Yeah.
that was like something we are doing for the clients or customers.
No, software functional requirement, nah, not your responsibilities. Software is
Okay.
functional requirement. So what are
Okay,
the
so I just got it confused with that.
no, no, no.
So
So
I just
everyone who's
whatever I
writing functional
mentioned.
requirement or use cases or test cases, these are three going to be same. Functional requirements will become your use cases will become your test cases. So
So
functional
just
requirement
give
of
me
the
one
system
function requirement for
monitoring,
DST.
alert creation,
Okay.
alert resolution, monitoring, transaction monitoring, trade monitoring, all those reporting, whatever the software does for you.
Okay.
Okay,
I
for
just got confused.
CCAR, you can do same thing. RWA, market RWA, regulatory. This is what they're doing: calculation of different types of risk, identification of different types of risk. So that is right. In terms of portfolio managers can view the portfolio. So view balance sheet, view income statement, view portfolio standings, print report using this
No,
portfolio.
go second page. It's not mine. Sorry. Go on the Suman. It's already about somebody else. Sorry, I just forgot to read it. Go on the second tab in this. Just
Oh,
in the same document, second tab.
okay.
Same.
Got it.
I was like, how could I make such good one? So like the address and everything is
Where
there.
is where is the second tab? I cannot see it.
Next tab, just put the Excel down in the Excel only.
Oh, yeah, I
It's a
know.
sheet 1. In sheet 2, there's
I
one.
cannot see sheet 2 option. There should be somewhere here.
Suman. Yeah, down. Suman is
More
there.
around,
I
yes.
can see
Oh, you can see it? I cannot see it. Hold on. Oh, my.
on the
Okay, I got
bottom.
it. Okay, got it. I have
Sheet
this.
1 and sheet 3
I can see it
and
now.
No, I can. Yeah.
Someone one. Someone sheet. Okay. So company name I'll
yeah,
give
this
you.
one. So I don't know about this team size, address.
So agile teams are going to be, as I mentioned, 7 to 9 people. Yesterday you were not in the class yesterday. So 7 to 9 people. CCAR project, you can have more people, 13,
Yeah.
14, 15 members as well. But other projects stick with 9 team members, 2 BAs, 3 developers, 2 QAs, 1 Scrum Master. And a BA could be a Scrum Master as well. So you can have 3 BAs, 1 acting as a BA/Scrum Master, 2 acting as BAs, 3 could be developers, 2 could be QAs. Kshitija, can you tell me what was the team if you work in Agile in your projects? Do you remember the team size?
No, I was not into Agile,
Oh, you're not into
Imran.
Agile.
But yesterday I gave answer of 8.
Imran, as per my husband, if there's 2 BA, then there should be 4 QA, like 4 developer
4
and 2
developers.
QA.
Yes.
Like for 2 developer, there should be 1 QA.
So 1 Scrum Master,
Yes,
total 9 people. Yeah. So stick with that. The 2 BAs, 4 developers, 2 QAs, 1 Scrum Master, and if it's a project related to data, then architecture as well. Data architect.
And product owner?
That is
Which
not
includes
part of
product-
your Scrum when you're doing sprints. So that is not part of your sprint team. That is part of Scrum team, but not sprint team. Sprint.
Okay, and what's the methodology for the DST one?
So we were using Agile Kanban.
Okay.
Everyone work on that, please.
And this addresses you will give later on with company names, right?
111 South Calvert Street, Baltimore.
What is that?
111 South Calvert,
111
CAL,
South.
Calvert
Okay.
Street, CALVERT.
Okay.
Yeah, and if somebody asks you, can you tell me what was near to that? Simply say it was in Galleria Plaza, Galleria Mall, on top of Galleria Mall.
Okay.
Okay.
That's where you worked, right?
Yeah.
I remember, sir.
You worked. Okay. I thought means you remember the address as well. Sorry.
I used to go in that mall every day for lunch.
Okay.
Yeah, we had our office at 15th floor and mall was at 3rd or 4th floor.
The rest of things what I write in functional requirements, is it fine or should I change them? Like I just noted down whatever I could think of.
So first project, quick links for a few features, change in chart structure. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Only in this regulatory reporting, you can add a calculation of market risk, calculation of this, data governance, data analysis.
Just give me one. You're going too fast.
Yeah.
What?
So in this project, market risk calculation, credit risk calculation,
okay,
total risk weighted asset RWA identification or calculation. Okay, and then data governance was one requirement, data quality checks was one requirement, data validation was one requirement. So all those things.
Okay, done.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay, man. And the DST, I just need to put what.
So trading.
Overall.
Yeah, trade monitoring part, alert resolution, alert escalation, alert submission, all those things, reporting part, all those that you can do. So that should be complete. Yes. What is your project? So I'll give you this project 4. Which company are you using? Pnc Bank Pittsburgh. Okay, ठीक है. All right. Okay.
Software I put as per my understanding. You just can check if you want. Is there anything you want to add?
Jira, Visio, Invasion, MS Excel, Word, PowerPoint. This is for CCAR project?
No, but I have just stick the first row. You
this
can
one
check.
is wealth management. Okay, so Jira, MS Visio, Invasion. You have Agile Scrum, Jira, MS Word, CCAR, Dodd-Frank Act, Oracle. CCAR को निकाल दो, Dodd-Frank Act निकाल दो. These are not tools. These are not tools. Instead of that, you can use Axiom Excel. This is the calculation tool they use. And first one is fine. Jira, Visio, Invasion, Excel, PowerPoint, add SharePoint. Add MS SQL, add Oracle.
So Imran, is there any change the way they write queries in SQL, like they are having updated versions now?
No. SQL, there's no change, but when you move from SQL to Oracle, you use Toad as a front end. Here you use Microsoft SQL Server Studio to pull up data from SQL source. And if you want to
Okay.
pull data from an Oracle source, you use Oracle Toad. It is also same front end, pretty much 99.9% similar kind of queries. Few here and this, you do select star from customer table. There could be select something else from customer table, maybe star also, but I didn't use Oracle, so I won't. But there's very minor
But
difference.
there's a minor difference between Oracle and SQL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
minor differences.
Just the languages bit change, I think.
So let's suppose if we say select, they might say fetch. No, I'm just giving an example. Fetch from this table or select from this table, but otherwise pretty much same.
They say it's like they top 3 and they say like limit 3.
Limit 3, yes.
These kind of differences are there. Yeah.
Okay. Maninder, you wanna go today or you wanna do Monday?
Hey Imran, I will go Monday.
Okay, ठीक है. Monday मैं पूरा करूँगा full. Okay, because by then Ashima, Suman, Shatija probably would be 80% done. So I'll be focusing more on you, Aditayo, Tabis, and Bristi and Deep.
Can I say something?
Yes.
So the thing is, I want to do it like for at least for one project. I want to do it like correctly. So
No.
if I can do,
Full doesn't mean all script. Full mean one script, introduction, all BA questions.
जी, ठीक
ठीक
है.
है. So that what I
Yeah.
mean. I say full mock, guys. Full mock. My full mock mean one script, one introduction, and then whole BA and behavioral questions.
Okay.
Aditya, same thing for you. Focus more on BA part and financial. Okay. Maninder, also financial domain question yesterday, which I told you. And everyone, please, guys, if I haven't asked you, I think I made this huge mistake. I was asking you all the question, but I forgot asking you basic question. Basic question on financial side could come. Okay, what are different types of financial security? What is your understanding of equity, fixed income, derivatives? What is trade life cycle? What is front office? What is middle office? What is back office? Please, everyone, do not forget that you need to know it. This is your first basic lecture of financial domain. So make sure you guys work on your financial domain questions. I'll be uploading that new, I forgot. We can ask Satish. I can ask Satish to send me right now. Okay.
So Imran, like it's almost 10th of December. So I think hiring would be like companies are going to stop their hiring process.
Nobody's going to stop their hiring process. We did, when I was in Barclays, I swear to God, I did interview on 24th as well as I did interview on the 30th of December as well. Next day was off. New Year. Nobody's going to stop anything. They would simply use people who are not maybe senior level. So people like me who are senior consultants. So interviews will be easy.
Okay.
The higher level would not be able to take it, but they would still tell the other people to take it. So your interviews might be easy. Can you please share BA crash interviews PDF document with me. I'll be uploading this as well, so you can go through it now. Let me show you one thing. Okay, so let's suppose if you go in that drive, all right, you go into financial domain, you go into interview questions. I'll be uploading the most recent one. Now these are the interviews from different clients. Now guys, this is for specific requirement. So don't think if they are asking question, they will ask you as well. It would be just for the same requirement. If you have same requirement, then you might expect. So for example, this is client Bank of Tokyo. Now we don't know what's the requirement, but these are the question. He asked me some project question. Okay, some interface question. This guy didn't do good, I can tell you. I explained data mapping process which are match their requirements. So which are match their requirement, documentation skills. So this guy must have failed it.
Some interface experience means?
Front end interface experience means
Okay,
front
okay,
end
okay.
screen design, UI part, mockups if it's a new
Okay,
development.
okay.
Zion Bank, what do you know about our project? Do you have any, so our project mean our JD. Do you have any experience in UAT? What is your experience regarding implementation of product, third party implementation? Have you ever worked under project management environment? Experience working with SME? Have you written UAT cases, test cases? Who validates your test cases? What kind of implementation? Kshitija, who validates test cases written by BS? QS?
BA,
Generally, your project manager for
Me,
BA
Imran.
part, but for
Project
No,
manager, right?
SME.
yeah, project manager. What kind of difficult situation you faced? Have you ever worked with
BA
offshore?
means BA wrote the high level test cases.
Yeah,
Means in my project we
breaking. Can you repeat it again?
means carried those test cases written by BA. We used
Yes.
we
Okay.
couldn't hear Imran. What was that?
Okay,
What was the
Kshitija,
answer?
please repeat it again.
some
There is,
problem from my side, I think.
yeah. So
In my
generally,
case,
go ahead.
BA test cases. BA test cases were validated by the SME because BA wrote the high level test cases related with the domain. So SME is the expert person for the domain, and QA wrote the different test cases related with the functionality and everything, and those test cases were validated by the BA.
Good. Okay, so if the test cases are pertaining specifically to the financial functions, then would be validated by the SME. Then if it is about functionalities, then BAs and QAs can work together on it. And then BAs, when they are writing their question in their test cases, like for SIT or CAT purposes, they can be validated by their team lead or their senior BA or the project manager if he or she is there. But generally we work in collaboration with QAs during that time. Okay, for example, this is the interview of Citibank. What did you use before your implementation of Nice Actimize? So they are asking if you implemented Nice Actimize, what system they were using previously. Now all of your projects are enhancement projects, so we will stick with the enhancement. Actimize have been implemented pretty much everywhere already. How did you gather? Anyway, there are multiple other systems, PrimeSoft, there is Oracle Mantas, there is AML Prime, there is Oracle Mantas, there is there is Thomson Reuters system called Beta 1, then there's Subservio. But again, stick with what you have as an enhancement. Can you please, hi Imran Bhargav has the interview question data, he will send it. I told him to send it as okay. All right, thank you.
Imran,
Yes.
can I ask you a question which has kind of been hanging on me? When we do the Nice Actimize on the watch list filtering, that we get the list from the government or different, like let's just say FBI or something like that. And then we write test cases for the watch list. Do we do the test case for each of those people in
random?
Oh, it's just random, right?
It's random. So we do it randomly because it's not possible.
Okay, so it's not just for every single one.
No, it's not possible. It's not possible. It's a lot of work. So it's going to be random testing just to make sure that your list is connected properly. If 10 people you checked, all 10 comes back that, okay, we got the result, that means it's good.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
All right. So, all right. What did you interact with most? What is your role getting? So all these questions are here. Plus, let me see if Bhargav has already sent me. Right. Imran, okay, thanks a lot. Send. I love this feature where Gmail, when you have to reply some very short message, it always gives you that. Okay, so once I get it, guys, I'll be uploading it. We will do one session on the most recent interviews with BNY Mellon and Morgan Stanley, where my consultant recently have been placed. So what we'll do is we'll do one session on the new questions and what they're asking. The resumes are exactly like your resumes, so that means your have to also defend in a similar manner. So we'll do one session maybe Tuesday or Monday. After the mocks, we can do one session on the recent interview questions and how to tackle those situations. All right then. Anyone have any? Go ahead.
Iman, yesterday Milind told me like he can arrange one session with the candidate who are currently working and how their day look alike. Like, means I was telling them.
We'll always do it. We'll always do it, but we generally do it on the interview. If you have an interview when you go into market and you have an interview for a specific client, we always do.
No, like Komal means what was my question like? I know as a QA when it was my first day, I know which tool has to open first. Like I has to open QC and then go through the test cases. That I know. But when I go to the project as a BA, then what should I have to do on the first day?
First,
Like
they get access to Jira, get access to your Outlook. Once you get all the access equal everything, you don't have to touch any tool. You simply go and check your calendar. Your manager will start inviting you on the calendars. Go and attend those meetings, take notes, and then they will let you know, because QA or developer mean that you have a specific role to perform, you have a specific software to cater to. But when you're working as a BA, you are like what you call, can give you example, free soul, who's wandering everywhere, trying to figure out, trying to connect dots. So when they are going to assign me tasks, people are very nervous when they join first time and they new field, they are always nervous. But believe me, guys, when you work as a BA, don't think that you will start working from day one. Or even I was talking to one of my consultant yesterday evening, and she's working in Citibank now. She's been there for 2 months and 9 days. Same exactly. She joined on 4th of September. So almost 2 months and 10 days. And I asked her a question, what are you doing right now? And she said, Imran, I'm taking trainings. I'm going through different softwares. They are telling me to get PMP, this one Scrum certification, one IABA, which is paid. So they are doing everything. They told me, oh, we will put you in a project maybe in January, February. There are cases. There's a guy named Solomon. He's a friend of Aditayo. He's working on one project, and it's been 9 months. He's working there, and he says, Imran, only thing I did there was to attend the meeting and stay online. There would be cases like that as well. But you should expect that you need to go and you need to work. And work mean attend meetings. Work mean make notes. Work mean send minutes of meeting. Get communication channel done properly. Make sure everyone, whatever discussion is being made, you writing it down. And then documentation is very easy stuff. You will be simply, let's suppose if an epic is assigned to you or a user story is assigned to you, it is properly written what is needed. So you need to get it, and the person whom from you get it, that is also your manager is going to connect you with them. Go ask them question that this is an epic I'm working on, I need following information, can you provide me? Document it, show it to your team leader, show it to your subject matter expert, get it approved, be done with it. Same way, attend meetings, 10 minutes of meetings, make notes. This is what you do. You are going to be amazed when you go into a BA domain that the pressure you kind of have right now. Oh, what is the expectation? How are we going to handle it? Everything will, your nerves will settle. You will understand. Teams are good. People are very friendly. Everywhere, very friendly. Okay. So please, guys, don't think that if somebody asks you from day one what do you do, don't need to be pressured and say, oh, I did this, I did that. No. Let's suppose there's a very normal question. What your day looks like as a BA? What would be your answer?
Yes.
What would be your answer?
My day starts at 9, so we usually go for the stand-up meeting. We do we do check what activity is currently going on and who got stuck and what he did yesterday and what is today's goal. So after that, everyone goes back to their task, and I usually do monitor, like if someone got stuck there, I do help with them. I again go with the product owner to analyze the requirement again, and if he wants to change something, I raise change management request.
Very nice.
And
go through product backlog activities, see what is being prioritized, what are the next tasks to be delivered. But as a BA,
yes,
most of your day would be spent in meetings. I used to have every single project minimum average on daily basis. I used to have 6 meetings. That is an average. I can show you some snapshot of my calendars as well. 7 meetings, 6 meetings. So if you have 6 meetings and every meeting is 30 minutes or 1 hour, so your day is spent in meeting. So
yes,
the right answer here is that most of my day is spent in meeting. And then anything which is assigned, let's suppose if we have to send minutes of meeting, anything assigned in terms of next sprint activities, we have to work on any epic or user stories. Simply again, we have to set up a meeting and get information on it. So again, the question will come.
Imran, this change management thing, like
so
it doesn't come every day or in every sprint, right?
Yeah, on
No,
daily
no,
basis
no.
and daily basis.
No, it's not going to be that every single feature is going to be changed, but there would be certain sprints where they will request you, they would like to make some changes, and at the end there are a lot of things which will pile up on you. So on daily basis you will be discussing maybe, but that doesn't mean that you're making changes to everything. Certain features which
Imran, any example like when you are giving UAT and client come up with some new request?
Yeah, there could be many examples. There could be examples in terms of providing more data that we want to see more information. Let's suppose one of the functionality that customer would be able to, or the client or the manager would be able to pull up information on client, and the information contains following information, name and this and this and that. They might ask us that we want to see a little bit more on it. Can you bring it? So that means now we have to create a change request ticket to map the new data and analyze if the data is, first of all, we cannot approve it until we know that data is for sure available in our database. And then we can work on the mapping part and tell them that this much time it will take to do mapping, and then the coding team will tell them that this much time it will need to do integration on it, and then the front end design team will tell them that this is the time we need to build screen or new columns on the screens to show this data as well. So as I said, change management, will be discussing it maybe on daily basis, things like that, but doesn't mean that every sprint may need change or every functionality may need change. But there are going to be certain sprints where once they want change, you can tell them based on the priority. If it's not that important, you can tell them that, okay, we can do it later on. We keep in mind right now, we can be able to create change request ticket right now, but we'll be able to deliver it later on, maybe after 3-4 sprints. Same way, second, third, fourth sprint, if there are small things which keep on coming, so you might have a pile up of whole thing that, oh, these are, and then they can do one thing, they can have an extended sprint especially to cater to all those changes. So separate sprint would be ran to cater to all the changes, all the functionalities that need changes. You can run those, and same time, once you going through your sprint, there would be some defects and bugs, some issues will be coming, and you will see sometime a parallel sprint running for only fixing the bugs. And as a BA, what you are doing, you're simply telling them that this is the bug we need to fix and these are some specification on it, so please review it and let me know. So we in the DST brokerage, because the system was being used by many companies, many trader and brokers, and same time there were many bugs which were coming in, so we used to have a dedicated separate sprint for fixing the only bugs, test cases and bugs. Just the bugs, defects and bugs. So there could be sprint not just for development purposes, but for the fixing the bug as well. You can have a separate dedicated sprint. And same way for a change management, if you have few features gathered up and there are minor changes that are needed, you can have a separate dedicated sprint also for that as
well. Okay, Imran. But okay.
Tell me, Shatija, what is your experience?
No, not with the change management, like for the BA day look like.
Okay, most of my
Yeah.
day, the way you spoke, attending the daily meeting, stand-up meeting, understanding the issues everyone is facing, then after the meeting, helping if anyone need my help, generally going through the product backlog, sitting with Scrum Masters, or sorry, the product owner, understanding what are the next section items that we need to deliver for the current or the future sprint, and then gathering information on that. But again, most of my day is spent on meetings, because through those meetings that I get more and more information. So we have multiple project level meetings, PMO office meetings as well, project status meetings. But apart from that, what I said depends on what is available on your product backlog, that has to be that needs your attention.
Okay. Means what I want to say, right? Means if I am not doing anything as a BA, means मुझे कुछ काम ही नहीं है, then I want to show off just that I am working hard. So how to do that show off? Like,
only one thing. Keep bothering your manager. If you feel, you will feel, most of you will see this situation coming to you, that you have nothing to do and you only attending meeting, and you are getting anxious and you're getting overwhelmed, that not overwhelmed, actually anxious, that I need to do something. Then bother your manager, tell him that, hey, I'm available, I'm going through all the current and existing functionality, I think I have a good grip on everything now, and this is one particular aspect of the project which I like, and I think I can be get involved in it. So if you can assign me something to work on, I had to do it in a couple of projects. I had to do it, and they said, no, wait, we'll let you know when the time is right, when the time is right. And after maybe 2-3 weeks, again, if you ask them and they say, oh, okay, go and work on this data mapping, or go and analyze this data and get back to us and tell us. So there would be situation, if you want to make sure that you are telling your manager that I want to work and I'm available, I'm here to work, so talk to him. Talking is the right approach. Don't just sit. But that doesn't mean that from day one you start asking him. Give yourself 2 weeks to settle in an environment. Within those 2 weeks, if they're giving you tasks, good. Not giving you tasks, don't say anything. After 2 weeks, 3 weeks, once you're comfortable, then you can go and ask them.
Okay, because sometimes what I feel, right, asking that silly question, they might catch me like I never worked as a BA.
No.
Okay, there is some fear in my mind.
No. It's going to happen with every one of you, that you won't have any tasks to perform, and you will feel either that they're gonna fire me, okay, yeah,
Okay.
or you're gonna feel that I'm useless. But to overcome this challenge, overcome this situation, only thing is talk to your manager. Tell him I'm willing to work, I'm here to work. So if you can feel you can assign me something, I would be more than happy to do it.
Okay.
Hey man, I have one question.
Yes, Ashima.
It's a very silly question, even I don't know how to answer it. Who will give sign off to BRD and FRD?
So there is not going to be one team that is going to be giving sign off to BRD and FRD. If you look at my Barclays BRD and FRD, you will see the IT director of my IT side is signing it off. My project manager is signing it off. And then the QA team lead is signing it off. Then the development team lead is signing it off. But on the other side, there are product owner, 1 or 2 product owner who are signing it off. And then the top level management from country head or whatever were from our investment banking side, they are signing. So there's no one person. So both IT and business are responsible, and there are going to be dedicated people who are going to sign and approve it. So there's no responsibility of one person to do it, because at the end, if something goes bad, they will say, oh, you signed it off, we didn't sign it off. So they keep that thing, they make sure that both IT side and business side have their representatives who are taking the blame if things goes bad. So both of them sign. They both have to agree on the functionality. Business wants something, IT cannot deliver it, or IT think that we cannot deliver it, so why we should sign it. So it's always the case that both IT and business have to sign it off. but the team leads or the managers or directors level people.
Okay. And I have one more question. Not a question, I just want to know. I have to make a script for CCAR on CCAR project. So can you just advise me on which document should I go into and what should I write in that script? It's about
So did you check any CCAR existing scripts? I would suggest checking Daisy's and Garima's 2 scripts. Daisy script, Garima script.
Daisy and
yeah, both will have.
And what about the reading part? Which one should I look into?
So CCAR, there's a draft, Bob CCAR draft. I want you to read that.
Even Ashima, Garima, and Daisies, they have mentioned the stuff in the script that you need to go through. There's
they've
high-level
highlighted
stuff about
high-level stuff as well.
Okay.
Okay. So
Imran, just one thing. What is ETF, like exchange traded fund?
ETF is exchange traded fund.
Yes. So means what exactly area?
ETF is that fund in which if you are suppose you have a stock or shares in that and you want to go further for applying, you are interested in option, you can convert it into that.
But that should be derivative, right? Means
no, I think in ETF also you can exchange your fund. I don't know, Imran, you can.
It means exchange traded fund. I thought means those funds only traded on the exchange. Means
stock and
so they are only traded on exchange, of course. An exchange traded fund norm. I've just googled it. Not good with ETF anyway. So it's a type of security that tracks an index, sector, commodity, or the asset, but which can be purchased or sold on a stock exchange the same way a regular stock can be. ETF contains many types of investment, including stocks, commodities, bonds, or mixtures of investment. ETF, we can read about. I really don't know much about ETFs. I never have come across ETF funds.
Can you please open fiatech.com? Because one of my friend is working here as a BA. So they are mostly into the exchange traded fund, and yesterday I did talk with him and I was like, I don't know anything about the financial market.
What is
FIA, A for Apple, dash, take, TECH.
So you mean you wanna use this project, maybe?
No, it is. I feel it is very hard because
No, forget about ETF. Yeah, don't need to. Just know the definition of it.
Yes, they are doing data. Means they are into data. They are into trading platform. They are into profile management.
Went into the cloud-based systems for the most processing.
So his BA role is like changing in every sprint. Means today he's working for trading platform. Then in the next month he's working for portfolio management.
Is it easy full time?
Yes.
Okay, that's the reason. So once you become full-time and you get comfortable with all the platform, then you may expect anything. The type of investment for exchange traded product. Let me check the image and see if there's some better explanation.
Imran, he is my classmate, and means what I think is that when he is my classmate, I should know the same thing that he knows.
Who's your classmate? This guy?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's working now. So he learned from the company as well. So he learned from that company as well. Etf Funds Definition. Let's see, what is ETF? All right, exchange traded fund is one of the option available to investor investment universe. These are investment vehicles structured like a fund and provide access to various assets. Okay. Bonds, currency, and ETF versus MS. Passive management, lower cost investing, more tax friendly. Tradable MF is mutual fund, active management, higher cost. Types of exchange traded fund, equity, ETF, fixed income, currency, pretty much same as the other securities, the way same it is traded as well. Their investment vehicle structure like fund advantage listed as share arbitrage opportunity listing. Okay, Shatija, you asked me this question.
Yes.
Yeah, Monday I would like you to walk me through it. Let's see what you do.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and means I saw his application. So it was pretty much similar with my credit switch application. So where user can select ETF from the drop down, he wants to trade his ETF, means he wants to buy and sell his ETF. So I got confused, like I know buy and selling of stock, futures.
Yes, same thing. So you can buy.
But I was not sure about
funds as stock. Yes, because as I just showed you right now that they are pretty much same as the same stocks and bonds and derivatives. Yeah. So we can have, so check his functions. I would like take a picture of his front end if you can, or if you can ask him to send a picture to you of his front end.